20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the ground, it's Ekeler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert. Incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is caught. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They snap it to Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Nick Folk for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, They hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Let's go, let's bring it, let's bring it. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Pats on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Now Folk for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that they...
And shutting him off, now open field. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
It's almost hard to believe that Joey Bosa is in his 6th season now with the Los Angeles Chargers. A Pro Bowler 3 out of the last 4 seasons. He led the team with 7.5 sacks. In 2020, one of the great technicians as a pass rusher in the league.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. It's caught. This is White. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And Khalif Raymond was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. They'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. On for the extra point is Folk. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range down at the 27-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. To return, it's Peppers. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Show it up. Show it up. Hit the street. Hit the street. Crack. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 52. Jim. He's cold. Check.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To the air again, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Herbert now. He's got it to Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 30 on second down, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 15, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hand.
And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
To try again after the sack, Herbert. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
The kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And that's a run characteristic of Damien Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there for the Patriots.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Harris. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First and goal, New England.
Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.